Welcome to day 2 of competition at the World Boccia Challenge here in the beautiful AUS arena in Canberra, Australia. An exciting day of competition as the semi-finals draw closer. And my name is Catherine Periak. I'm a board member of Boccia Australia, and fortunately I'm joined by our former national coach of many years, shall I say, who led the team to great success at the Paralympic Games, the lovely Ken. Welcome, Ken.
Thank you, Catherine. It's good to be here.
And we've got a BC1 competition here today between the New Zealand competitor M.Whiting and the Australian competitor D.Schwarz.
Yeah, so this should be a really interesting game. They're both very good players. This is their second game of the competition, and Dylan just won his first game. He actually got a new he's got a few nicknames, but he got a new nickname yesterday as the entertainer after his game yesterday.
Against, is that the one he won in a tie-break?
He was down 6-1 going into the last end. He went long with his jack and managed to get 5 points to force it to a draw, 6-all, and then so it went to a tiebreaker and he won the tiebreaker.
And so Boccia, I mean, that's a beautiful demonstration of how Boccia the game is never over.
That's right.
Until it is over.
Exactly, yeah.
Each athlete has 6 balls, so the opportunity to score 6 points in any end.
In an end, that's right, yeah. And of course there are 4 ends in a game, so each player gets to play the jack twice. And then, yeah, as we saw with Dylan's last game, if the scores are tied at the end of the 4 ends, they play a tiebreaker, in which case neither player plays the jack. The referee will do a coin toss. Whoever wins the coin toss, they decide whether they want to play first or second. Whoever wins the coin toss, their jack is put on the cross in the middle of the court, and then it's just like a normal end.
So they play all their balls, do they?
They do, yeah,
oh, okay.
in the tiebreaker.
Not a single ball?
No, that has happened in some of the lower local competitions in Australia, and that's mainly a time restriction. You know, if they don't have time to play a full tiebreaker, they'll sometimes just play a one ball each tiebreaker. But no, in a proper game, yeah, they play all 6 balls. Well, they don't have to play all 6 balls. They can choose to throw off.
And was it the case that it was only the end of the tiebreaker as well that Dylan
won?
Yes.
Well, yeah, I didn't actually see the game. I was commentating on another game at the time. But the situation is, in a tiebreaker, you don't get any points in a tiebreaker, so you win the match.
The closest one.
So the score remains 6-all, but Dylan gets the win.
Oh, okay. And they're just warming up now.
Yep, they have a 2-minute warm-up before the match starts.
And as BC1 competitors, they're able to have assistants.
That's correct, yeah. They have an assistant who can... the assistant can't do anything without them telling them to do it. So the main thing they do usually is to pass them the ball when they want it. Dylan has a tray, as you can see, on his chair, where he has all the balls on the tray so he can get them himself. So his assistant sort of gets off lightly, really. He doesn't have much to do. But if he needs anything that he can't do himself, he calls on his assistant to help there. And some of them need the assistant to manoeuvre their chair around if they're not in an electric wheelchair.
And it's such a courteous, respectful whole process. I mean, the games don't start till all the referees are lined up on these crosses.
That's right. Yep.
Beautiful.
There you go.
And we have the call to start, and we're away. And there will have been a coin toss, won't there?
In the call room, yeah, there was a coin toss, and whoever won the coin toss decides whether they want to play with red or blue. The red player always sits in box number 3, and the blue player always in box number 4, and red always goes first. So there you go, Matthew's just thrown his jack, fairly short, probably about 3 metres, and just about straight out in front of him.
And whoever throws the jack always gets the opportunity to throw the first ball.
They always throw the first ball, yeah, that's correct. And even if their first ball goes out of court, they then still throw the next ball. So some people think it should be then blue's turn to go, but red have to have a ball on the court before blue gets a turn of throwing.
So there's quite an advantage to going first.
Oh, definitely, yeah.
But as you said, everyone gets a chance to go first twice.
Yeah, you go twice, yeah. The only time that doesn't happen is if they foul the jack. So you can see the V, where the white ball has just gone over the V. If it doesn't go over that V, that's a foul jack. Or if it goes out of court, that's a foul jack. And that's a nice first ball
right
by Matthew.
The jack.
Very good. Yeah, so if it's fouled, the referee will then take the jack, and the other player gets to play their jack. So it can happen in a match where one player will play three jacks.
And the jack is still open. I heard other commentators I was fortunate enough to work with in that there's a line of sight between Dylan and the white ball.
That's correct.
There's a window there that he can slot into.
Yeah, he from the angle that we're looking at, it looks like he has got a clear shot at the jack, which means the jack is open for him to land his first blue ball onto it. Oh, he decided to go for a
bit enthusiastic there.
No, he wanted to get separation, which is
which
is okay. That's a good option as well, because even if he got the blue ball on it, that red ball was going to stay close. So I think his idea there was to try and get separation, separate the jack from the red ball.
And because the red ball is closest to jack, Dylan, as the blue player, continues to throw until he is the closest ball, or he's done his 6 throws. Yeah,
unlike lawn bowls where you throw alternatively. In boccia, that doesn't happen unless the balls are equidistant, whereas you've got a red and a blue ball exactly the same distance apart, and until that is broken, you do go alternate. So Dylan's going again to get some separation, I would say. Oh, I just missed on the other side this time, and that ball's out.
Hopefully the next one will be in the middle.
Yeah, that's the idea. Okay. Just composing himself before he throws his next ball.
Has he got a minute? Is it?
He's got 1 minute to play all balls, yeah. So when the referee indicates that it's blue's turn to play, they'll show the paddle to the player and then show it to the timekeeper. The timekeeper will then start the time. Once the ball stops rolling or goes out of court, they stop the time. He's decided not to go for the separation and just try and roll some balls in there, which is a good tactic, because if you use too many balls trying to separate it, then you don't have enough balls to defend and try and... So the idea is if you're going to lose an end, don't lose it by too many.
Because every ball can count.
Yeah, that's right.
Yes.
Yeah. So it's possible, to get 6
but
points.
But they don't count for anything when they're sitting outside.
Outside the court, no, that's right. He's still trying. His aim is to try and get a ball on that jack, but that's a bit short. But he's blocking Matthew there, which is not a bad tactic to stop Matthew from being able to get more points by getting his balls closer to the jack. So Matthew is, as we know, is from New Zealand, and he's been playing for some time. He started playing boccia back in the late 1990s, and his first international debut was actually in 2013 in the Sydney Asia-Oceania Regional Championships.
And that's the last time that's the last time we had an international event
in Australia. That's correct, yeah. Yeah, but apparently he came over as a BC2, and then when he was internationally classified, they reclassified him as a BC1, which meant they determined that he didn't have as much ability as his BC2 classification had shown.
And there are 4 classes that are eligible for Paralympic competition, BC1, 2, 3, 4, with
Correct.
the ones. And it's not strictly less able and more able, is it?
No,
Because the
it's a different...
BC3s, quite different again. So that came close.
Yeah, so he's just getting some balls around the jack, I think. So, yeah. So now it's Matthew, he's out of balls now, so it's Matthew's turn to go. So there is a bit of a scoring circle there. So what we call the scoring circle is that circle around the jack which is inside the nearest blue balls. So Matthew, that's what Matthew would do. It's a good idea to come out and have a look, because it looks different. It looks different from when you're in the box to what it does when you're out on the court. So he's coming out just to check out the scoring circle and see how much space he has got to get balls into that will score.
Because there's always the risk too. He wouldn't want to move his red ball accidentally.
No, that's correct. No. It's pretty much protected by that blue ball in front of it, though. I don't think there's much of a risk there, but that's something that they need to consider.
And they must have their wheelchair completely inside the box, although their feet can overhang.
Yeah, the feet and the foot plates on their wheelchair can overhang the front throwing line, but yeah, nothing can be touching any of the lines in that box. So his assistant has just passed him the required ball that he wants. So all the balls can be different softnesses. Yeah, that's a great shot. He's got it inside that scoring circle. He'll now check with the referee what the score is. The referee will tell him. I think she said 1 or 2, so she may not be 100% sure that that ball is scoring at the moment.
And the balls are all the same within the specified weight range and size, but the inside of them is different, isn't it? Which impacts
they can range from very soft to super hard.
And each of those have a different function, don't they?
They do, yeah. That's right. So when Dylan was trying to get separation there, he would have been using his hard balls, and then you use the soft balls, for drawing to get close to the jack.
Must be frustrating being Dylan at this moment.
Yeah,
There's nothing you can do.
No, that's it. He's done all he can do. Now he's just he's probably hoping that Matthew doesn't get too many. That's another one. He's drawn up the side, so it'd be interesting to know whether that is holding or not, whether that's scoring a point for him. He's not asking the referee, so he may have determined that it's either in or not by himself. Okay, choosing another ball from his... Oh no, he's decided he doesn't want that one. He's going to move his wheelchair, reposition his wheelchair first before he...
And the assistant checking that wheel he's in?
Yeah, that's a bit of a grey area, because the assistant can't tell him whether it's in or not.
Oh, okay.
Because the assistant can't communicate with him. So he can ask the assistant if it's in or not, but the assistant is not allowed to tell him whether it's in or not. But they probably have signals.
Yeah, because realistically he would be unable to see that wheel himself. Yeah.
But it is up to the athlete to make sure that their chair is in.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Excellent shot.
That was a hard ball as well that he managed to get in there. He
threw it hard into the ground. Is that how he stopped?
Slow it down, yeah. So the referee will now indicate the score. She'll ask the athletes to come out and confirm that they're happy with that score. They might ask for a measure, which looks like Matthew has asked for a measure there, so the referee will measure, and both players have to agree on what the score is before it can be officially recorded. So that there she's moving a ball out of the way to so she can measure properly. Before she does that, she has to ask the players, is it okay if I move this ball? That is a scoring ball. And both players need to agree that that is a scoring ball, and she's moved it out of the way. So it looks like it's only 2. So I think Dylan sort of was a bit lucky there, I think.
So that blue ball closer to Dylan is probably the one. Is that the one? Probably that's
2 to red.
Interrupted all those other reds, that even though they're clustered around.
Yeah, are not close on that blue ball.
Interesting.
Yeah. So from our angle, it looked like that those reds were closer, but it wasn't.
And the athletes now have a 2-minute break?
1 minute.
1 minute.
Yeah, that's called like a buffer time. So when the referee picks up the jack, she'll say 1 minute. The timer will start the 1 minute. The coaches, as you can see, can come up and speak to the player. They have to be back off the court before that 1 minute is up. So the timekeeper and or the referee will call out a 15-second warning, and then the coaches have to be off the court before that 1 minute's up, otherwise they get a yellow card. Many a time I've had to do that 10-metre sprint because you get involved in talking to your player. Next minute they say...
But it is up to the athlete
seconds,
to make sure that they're chair, is he?
When was it?
Yeah. Oh, there you go.
Excellent shot.
That was a hard ball.
Oh gosh. Probably about 15 years ago.
15 years. And has the sport changed?
A lot. Especially the BC3s, the ramp players. Yeah, the game has changed a lot with the ramps. Different ramps and also using different balls. Back when I started, all the balls were pretty much the same. Actually, when I started, people didn't have their own sets of balls.
Okay, you played with the organisers.
You played with what they called court balls.
Long.
Dylan's
really
decided to go
there.
fairly long, so that's probably about 7.5 metres, I would say, which is a pretty long throw for a BC1. He's probably confident with that yesterday after getting 5 points in an end when he threw long. And they do a lot of studying their opposition as well. Some players are unable to throw long, so if they're playing against somebody that can't throw long, they'll... Oh, that's a great shot at 7.5 metres.
I wanted to clap.
That's a great one. Yeah.
With such a long, as you say, for a BC1, that's a long throw, yes.
Yeah, and that's a great first ball for a BC1 player to get to nail that. That's really good.
If you wanted perfection, you'd want it slightly across.
That's right, blocking.
But it's
Yeah.
It's very close to perfection.
It is, yeah.
So now Matthew will have his turn.
Yep. So in this competition, Dylan is the 3rd seed in the competition and Matthew is the 5th seed. So they're very closely seeded. Dylan has a world ranking of 40 and Matthew has a world ranking of 59.
And that has to do with scoring points at events.
Yeah,
like
winning games at events, and you get points. So Matthew's used one of his hard balls there, but it still hasn't quite got the distance.
So it's also to do with the opportunity to travel. So if you don't have enough money to travel, that can impact your rank in difficult situations. So again, how wonderful to have a competition on this side of the world for the athletes on this side of the world.
A huge advantage, yes.
I think there's another World Challenger in, did I hear Portugal on about it?
At the same time,
yeah,
there is. So a lot of the Europeans, would obviously go to that rather than travel all the way to Australia. Yeah, and he's got the
ball.
He's got the length there, but just a little bit, probably about half a metre to the left.
So these sorts of events are very important for athletes to build their ranking so they can get into the next level, the World Cup level, and then ultimately the World Championship.
Well, in championships and then the ultimate to play in the Paralympics, which I've had the pleasure of being able to attend as a coach 3 times. The Rio, Tokyo and Paris
3
Paralympics.
incredibly different ones.
Oh, they certainly were. Very different.
I was in Rio and Paris, not in Tokyo.
All right.
And even Rio and Paris were so different.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
is he perhaps blocking Dylan?
Yeah,
Would there be a bit of a strategy?
That would be a strategy now, yeah, if he can't quite get up that far, because now the balls he's using now will be softer balls, which he may not be able to throw at that length, so he'd be now, building up a bit of a wall in front, in defence to stop Dylan from being able to get too many points in this end.
2 to go for Matthew, unless he can get this one up right on the jack.
Yep, choosing which ball he wants. It'll probably be the firmer of the 2 that he's got left.
And I can see Dylan is sitting there really focusing and concentrating, trying not to get distracted.
Trying to keep focused on what his job is.
Because it's far from over yet.
Oh, yes. So Matthew's building up a bit of a minefield there that Dylan's going to have to try and get through. Yeah, there's 2 softest balls which he can't get at that length, so he's tried to put them in front of Dylan to block, which he's done a pretty good job of. So Dylan will come out and have a look again, see what the scoring circle is. So he may be blocked in being able to get on the jack or near the jack, but because there's a scoring circle there of about a half a metre, he just doesn't need to aim for the jack, he just needs to aim for that scoring, to get in that scoring circle.
With the rules, is he able to throw the ball, if he's physically capable of, over the top of those 2 balls? Yeah. It doesn't have to land anywhere in particular other than in the court? No,
some of the stronger players, like the BC4s, they would be able to lob a ball to try and land on the jack, to try and separate it from the opposition's ball. Very hard to do though. There goes Dylan now. He's found a line. He's going around those red balls. Oh, beautifully in that scoring circle, but just too hard. The direction was perfect.
Lovely.
Just a little bit too hard. He's got the line though, so if he can maintain that line, just loosening up a bit. You can sometimes tense up a bit if there's a bit of pressure on you to get extra points in this end. He's got the opportunity to get extra points. Because he's down 2-0 after the first end, so if he can get a few in this end, that would be a huge advantage.
It's nice to see him using his time to compose and prepare.
Yep. So they can see the time clock. They have a monitor. Oh, that's a good shot.
No, that's got one, hasn't it?
He's pushed that red ball away. That opens up the scoring circle. That's a great shot. Can we have a replay of that, do you think? I don't know whether that was his intention or not. But,
I was going to ask you
they
that
can see
question.
the time clock. They have a monitor.
He's just drawing up there again. Yeah, he's in the scoring circle.
So he potentially has 3 there.
Yeah, definitely got 3. So he's got his line now and his length, so he's going
and 2
well.
balls to go.
They can see the time clock. They have a monitor. That's a good shot. He's pushed.
That's what he needed to do, was to open up that scoring circle and keep his ball in there as well.
So he's got a lot of options now, hasn't he, to place a ball?
Yeah, he's got a scoring circle there of like nearly a metre around the jack. He just needs to get into. Oh, it's gone a bit hard there. The aim was perfect. Just needed to pull up. It still could be scoring, but look at
So would Dylan potentially not have as softer balls as Matthew? Like we've got Matthew's 2 balls back there that just couldn't roll that far because they're so soft.
Yeah, they choose the balls, depending on their ability and what they're comfortable with. The softer balls are easier to draw with. Oh, he's pushed that red ball away again. That may have given him. Can we have a replay on that, please? That's another great shot. He's opened up the scoring circle even further. So the referees go to measure and calling the players out to check the measure.
What they're comfortable with. The softer balls are easier to draw with.
Yep.
Oh, he's pushed that red ball away again. That may have given him.
We open up the scoring circle. Beautiful, well done. So then the referee now will measure the closest red. She'll determine which is the closest red ball. And then she'll check all the blue balls to see how many are inside that scoring circle. She's going to check the other red ball now to make sure that, okay, she's determined that this one is the closest red ball. Now she's checking the blue. Oh, that one's just not in.
Just not in. So that's further than the red
Yeah, that's
ball.
further than the closest red. That was the one I thought when he threw that, when that bounced off and went out there. So Dylan's coming around to double check. Wants to make sure.
That one's on the inside, so
that one's in. That's scoring.
4.
So 4, yeah. That's a good end for Dylan. He'll be very happy with that.
And now Matthew probably will be making a strategic decision how to play his end, won't he?
Yeah, he will, yeah.
Against Dylan's strengths, which seem to appear to be longer.
Yeah, so, Matthew would not choose to go long, I wouldn't think now. I mean, he won the first end by 2, so, if I were Matthew, I'd do the same thing,
Keep the jack on his side.
Yeah.
As far away from Dylan and then block it in as he did previously.
Yeah, so Dylan started playing when he was in primary school, and they had a come and try for boccia, which he did, and he loved it.
Originally a Canberra?
In Canberra,
yes.
He's a Canberra boy,
Originally.
And initially under the guidance of Barry Yazberg. Barry Yazberg is very involved in boccia, has been for many years in Canberra, and he did a great job with bringing Dylan along.
It's so important, the work of the first coaches, isn't it?
Oh, it is, yeah, definitely.
To get the people started on a good path.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and Barry obviously did a good job, in supporting him. And then Dylan moved to New South Wales only about a year ago, I think, just to be closer to his training hub when he got chosen, to be in the Australian team. The training hub was in Sydney, so he decided to move to Sydney to concentrate on his boccia career. He actually his international debut was in 2022 in Rome, and unfortunately his first game in international competition was against David Smith from Great Britain, who was the number 1 in the world at the time. Oh, Matthew.
So that's not gone far enough, has it?
That's what I was talking about before. That's a foul jack.
So what happens now?
So the referee will take his jack away and he will give Dylan
Dylan gets
to throw the jack.
And does Dylan get to throw the jack
in the next end as well?
Okay.
Yeah. So if you foul your jack, the opposition gets to throw the jack 3 times.
That's a gift.
It is a gift. Yeah, so in that game against David Smith, Dylan went down 18-0. But like his first international competition, he comes up against the number 1 player in the world. I've seen David Smith play many, many times, and he's a great player. Yeah, so Dylan's decided to go long again.
And across to his side.
Yep. Probably not quite as long as the other one, the first one, but he's got about 7, maybe 6.5 to 7 metres. with this one.
The jack the same weight as the other balls, or is it?
That's a choice of the player. They can vary. They can vary in softness and hardness. Depends on what they're comfortable with. So Dylan is now under the guidance of Peter King, who's the Australian coach for the throwing team, and Luke Kelly as well, who's the now the high performance head coach for Australia. He took
and
over.
you're mentoring Luke, aren't you?
I am, yeah.
Wonderful.
And he's doing a great job, I've got to say. That was one of my worries when I decided to retire, that I wouldn't have a happy retirement if the person that took over from me wasn't doing a good job. But at the moment, I'm very happy with what Luke's doing, and
And it's interesting for people who are listening out there. Luke didn't come from Boccia.
No, it had nothing to do with Boccia.
So there is opportunity for people who've never had anything to do with Boccia to step into coaching.
Perfect,
because
yes.
Luke has brought other coaching skills.
That's right. He's come from an AFL background. He was, involved in coaching in the AFL field, and he's switched over very well to Boccia. Luke is actually sitting at the end of the court, and you may have seen him on the court during that 1 minute buffer time, talking to Dylan.
So Matthew trying to block there potentially?
I think he was trying to get on the jack there, because he used one of his hard balls that he can get that length with. He would have been trying to get on the jack, as Dylan didn't get on the jack with his first ball. Yeah, no, that's short again, so he's not getting it quite as long as he did in the last end.
A real challenge mentally, isn't it, to come from making such a terrible error? And Matthew's really got to refocus and reset.
That's
and
right.
not let that affect what he does next.
That's right, yeah. And he's been playing for quite a while, and he's had a lot of experience, so he should be able to do that. And that's one of the harder balls as well. It just keeps rolling, but still not quite long enough. Oh, that's better. Oh, still a bit short, but directly in Dylan's line.
He's making a bit of a wall.
Adjusting his chair again, which is always good, that they move their chair around the box and use the box as much as possible to get the best position.
Second last ball here.
Thinking about this, I think these will be his two soft balls, the last two balls, so he's just going to try and... but he's happy with that. Must have blocked a gap there that he can see that Dylan might have been able to get through. He's asking his assistant if he's in the box again.
Technically, the assistant did not reply.
No, not allowed to. Yep, another blocker. He's happy with that as well. So he's put two good blocking balls in. Now Dylan will come out and have a look just to see the scoring circle. It's quite a large scoring circle this time. It's going to be at least a metre or a bit more than a metre.
But he's got to get through that wall and knock the red
Red's
balls
up.
on.
That's correct, yeah. Okay, so he's checked it out. He knows what he needs to do. So Dylan won his first international game earlier in the year in Santiago, in a Challenger competition there, and finished fourth, I think, in the competition, which is incredible for him.
Does he get a ranking point for winning a match?
Oh yeah.
Not the overall finishing place.
Oh, the finishing place,
well?
yeah,
Yep.
but you get a point for attending a competition. But yeah, then the more games you win, the more points you get. Oh, unfortunately, that's just hit one of the blocking red balls.
Matthew's ball did its job.
Yeah, it did, yes. Apparently, talking to Peter King, Dylan's coach, a little bit earlier, apparently one of his nicknames is Chernobyl.
Because he can explode?
I question that. Because he can overheat at any time, apparently. Oh, that's a great shot. Yeah, he's in there. Apparently one of his other nicknames is Obi-Wan Kenobi. Apparently he's a real Star Wars freak, apparently. He loves Star Wars.
And that aligns nicely with what's required in this game, is the ability to be calm and think.
That's right.
And wise.
Oh, that's going to be a bit short.
That's his softball, probably.
Yeah, they're getting a bit softer.
Would he get fatigued?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, they do. So, as against the BC3, the ramp players, which I've had most to do with, their throwers definitely, because it's more physical for them, they definitely get fatigued in a match. Oh, he's in there again. Oh, yeah, that's okay. That's scoring. That's good. So he's holding 3 there, I would say.
And 1 to go.
Yeah. So he's got a possibility of getting another 4 points in this end. Oh, unfortunately. Oh,
he's knocked
yeah, just bumped into that blue and knocked the red ball up, but I don't think that's affected the 3 that he's got.
3. The referee is calling.
Yeah. 3, yeah, they've agreed with that. So it's officially 3 to blue. And they get the 1 minute again. So yeah, another good end for Dylan. He's now ahead 7-2, going into the last end.
And he'll be throwing the jack.
That's right, yeah, he'll be throwing the jack again.
In many sports, they often talk about playing your own game and, not being distracted. Obviously, you're playing against an opponent. Would that be a little bit of what Matthew's thinking here? He needs to play to his strengths?
Yeah, well, yeah, but it's a bit difficult when he's not playing the jack now. So yeah, that's always my advice to the players that I've always coached, is to play to your own strengths. So put the jack where you feel you are most confident in being able to get your first ball on. And first ball on is on the jack, as close as possible to the jack, blocking your opposition. So Luke's had to do a little bit of a dash there to get off the court
Following in your footsteps.
Before the 1 minute is up. Thankfully,
what would happen?
You get a yellow card. Yeah.
So not a penalty point or anything?
No, it's a yellow card to the coach. Yeah, and then, like in a lot of sports, 2 yellow cards is a red card, and yeah.
You're gone.
You're gone, yeah. So thankfully, I've never received a yellow card.
Always fast enough.
Oh, that's interesting.
He's varied his play, hasn't he?
Very interesting. He's gone very short and in the middle of the court.
Was that his intent, do you think?
That must have been in his game plan to try going short. I mean, he's ahead by 5 points. So yeah.
So now he'd be wanting to really block.
he definitely needs to get this first ball on in a really good position, and that hasn't happened. So he's given Matthew a bit of a chance here, because Matthew's got a couple of soft balls that I'm pretty sure he's pretty accurate with, and to throw them short, as we saw, he has trouble getting the longer distances. So interesting tactic from Dylan.
Because Matthew was very accurate in that first end, wasn't he?
He was, when he played the jack short. That's even shorter than what Matthew threw it in the first end.
Possibly would Dylan have done that because it was unexpected, and Matthew...
Yeah, possibly.
But
the aim is to take your opposition out of their comfort zone and do something unexpected, but that's very unexpected.
It would seem something that was fairly easily adapted to as well. It's not like he's gone and selected balls specifically for a long thing. He has to play the same balls, doesn't he?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, you can't change the balls, yeah. So, Matthew's gone very short there. So even that ball hasn't gone over the V. It's still in play.
It could score if...
It's only the jack. Yeah, it could score. It's only the jack that has to be over the V. The coloured balls don't have to be. I think he's overcorrected there. He knew he had to throw short, but he actually threw too short. It may have slipped out of his hand as he was throwing as well. That's possible. And that one's gone a little bit too long. That was a harder ball. And with the throwers, if they do drop the ball when they're preparing for the shot, they can actually call a dropped ball, and then it's up to the referee to decide whether they feel it was dropped ball or whether it was in the action of their throwing. If the referee feels it was in the action of throwing, that they don't get the ball back, but if the referee agrees that it was a dropped ball, they get the ball back. It's a bit better, it's a bit closer. The referee's going to measure, so it's obviously closer than she can tell without measuring.
It's at the referee's discretion whether to measure or not, unless but the athletes could then ask, couldn't they?
Not during the end. At the end of the end, when they're determining the score, the referee the athlete can ask for a measure, but not at that point. They can question the referee at any time if the referee, makes a decision. They can, only in their own time though. Oh, that's better. Yeah, unfortunately, it would have been perfect if it had stayed on the jack. It just bounced off.
So now it will go to Dylan.
Yep, because that red ball is closer than Dylan's blue ball, so Dylan gets another chance. Now the jack is open again, so Dylan gets another chance to get a ball right on the jack. Oh, it's gone a little bit hard and to the side.
It's eliminated that red ball from the scoring sequence.
It has, yeah. Now the referee will determine whether that is closer. Yeah, it's closer than that. Closer than that red ball that's to the side. Which
that's surprising from our angle, isn't it?
That's what, because we're looking at the red ball is in line with where we're sitting, it always looks closer than balls to the side.
So now Matthew
gets a chance there to get on the jack.
He's got 2 remaining.
Yep.
He could potentially knock the blue ball away, couldn't he, or place another of his balls on the jack.
Oh, it's a hard ball. Oh,
He slowed it down.
Luckily it hit that blue ball and sort of bounced in a bit towards the jack. So it's another measure for the referee. They're keeping her busy. Both players have been keeping to the time. I haven't heard any 1-minute warnings because the timekeeper's instructed to to yell out 1 minute.
If the referee has to measure, does time pause?
Yes. Yeah. Unless if the player is playing and they want to know what the score is in their time, and the referee says, I would have to measure to be able to tell you what the score is, they can ask the referee to measure, but it's in their time, so their time's still running while the referee's measuring. But after the ball's played, the time stops and the referee can measure then.
So Matthew's now holding the position.
Yeah, there you go, that's the one. Yeah, that's a great ball. Can we have a replay of that? That's a really good ball. He's just got that on the right on the jack. And blocking Matthew nicely.
The ball's played, the time stops and the referee can measure then.
So Matthew's now holding the position.
Yeah, there you go, that's the one.
Yeah, blocking Matthew well, really well.
See what Matthew can come up with.
Yeah.
In this fourth end, so this is his last ball of the match, isn't it?
It is, yeah. He's played 5 balls, that's it. So there's not much he can do here. It's a hard ball, and he's
pushed his ball forward.
Yeah. It's helped a bit to close the scoring circle, although I think that other red ball's probably closer. So Dylan's asking for the score. The referee will tell him, I think it would be 1 blue. So now Dylan can decide whether he feels he can get some more points or whether he has the option of throwing off and not throwing his remaining 3 balls. If he feels there's a risk that he might lose that point that he's got, or by knocking up one of the opposition balls or knocking his ball away from the jack. But he's determined that he feels that he can get some extra points.
And the extra points may come in valuable if there's ties in who goes through to semi-finals.
Yeah, they're for and against. Yeah, can come into it. Beautiful line, just went through.
Tiny bit too far.
Yeah.
Incredibly narrow space.
Yeah, it is. We talked about scoring circle in the other ends, and being a metre or half a metre, but this one is a very narrow scoring circle. He did well to get a ball through there, actually. If you tried to get one through there, you'd never do it.
Composing himself.
Composing, yeah, taking your deep breaths. He's got plenty of time. He's still got 1 minute and 25 seconds remaining to throw his last 2 balls. That's the one. That's a great shot. Yeah, can we have a replay of that? That's a really good shot to draw up the side of the jack. One of the hardest shots to play because you haven't got a target. You're aiming for just a space on the court.
Balls. That's the one. That's a great shot.
Nicely done, Dylan. Now he just needs to come in behind that and he'll get another point. Oh, done it perfectly. Well done. We have a replay on that as well. That's a really good shot. They're worth having another look at, those last 2 balls.
A lot of practice gone into those, I would imagine.
A lot of time. So he's got 4 blue. Well done. Yeah, here's a replay of his last shot. Did exactly what I said he needed to do, was just to come in.
Oh, done it perfectly. Well done.
Finished with 4. So he wins 11-2, which is a good result for Dylan. So he's won 2 out of 2 now in this competition, so he's looking good for the finals.
The next match we will be bringing you starts at 11:30 Australian Daylight Saving Time, which is in about 13 minutes. And that will be the BC2 females with another New Zealander, Chloe Stewart, playing Mo Xiaoqing from China. So in about 13 minutes, the next match will be live streamed. A BC2 Pool A Round 3 match between Chloe Stewart from New Zealand and Mo Xiaoqing from China. Thank you very much, Ken.
No
Absolute
bother.
pleasure to learn from you.
Thank you. My pleasure as well to be here and to be able to commentate on these great games.